Everyone, Sean here, and welcome to this edition of the channel update of the month. We're gonna look back on November, and we're gonna be looking into what we're gonna do for December. Man, November is finally over. There was a bunch of stuff that was coming out for November, and a lot of things were happening around the time too. So definitely the most eventful one of the winter, let's just say, to say the least. A lot of things happened. So real life, where do I begin? I guess we'll just start with just simple as work and working out. And I say that because probably the least happened there. Work has been pretty good for the most part, pretty smooth, no real drama or nothing. So except that there's been some changes to the date for a certain event that we're supposed to be anticipating. That will change the course of work drastically. And yes, it does have to do with the construction, but nothing on that. Again, I mean, other than the date changing, so there's really nothing else to say other than that, because this is, again, there's no drama or anything like that. So that's a blessing itself, I guess. Working out, nothing there either, but just me consistently trying to keep up with the workouts and making sure I do the work, lifting and all that stuff. I think I recently, just yesterday, I did chest and shoulders, or just push in general. I managed to do work and the overhead like shoulder press. I can feel it right now, actually. Like the delayed muscle soreness is kicking in as we speak. And I was able to do the bar plus 20 pounds on each side this time around, so I think that could be considered as a PR. But if we're gonna talk about like super PR, I could have done one with a quarter plate on there, but maybe for next time I'll try it out, just to see how where I am with shoulders when it comes to the overhead press or whatever, shoulder press. But other than that, there's really not much else when it comes to like PRs, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's really not much else, not much else happening in that department other than, hey, I'm keeping up with it despite the rain and stuff. But anyways, speaking of which, it's been real cold in California. I think we've been reaching an overall temperature of 30s. So here in Torrance, it's probably not as cold, but it's still pretty freaking cold, right? It's been raining, it's been cloudy. It's definitely a winter. Winter is definitely here in November, and it's still going strong by the end of November. It's a feeling I did miss, sort of. I get to enjoy my favorite food in the world, which is shabu shabu, or for those who don't know, it's basically like a Japanese hot pot. Real good. It's like really simple, pretty much. Like overall, it's just like lightly flavored soup lightly flavored soup, and you just throw in a bunch of vegetables and meat. Pretty much, it's so simple and yet delicious. And then the sauce is like ponzu and maybe some sesame seeds in there and garlic, whatever you want, pretty much. It's like pretty much whatever you want, pretty much. And that's such a simple but great thing I have during winter. It's just so perfect for it. It becomes like a soup or stew later on, I guess you can say, and that's pretty good. It makes some pretty good leftovers. You know what I mean? Then for the next day, because of the soup, the nature of the soup just gets more flavorful the next day, and you just have that soup, which is like full of like this vegetables and all the nutrients inside the soup. It's like just drink it up. It's such a like easy thing, and get all the nutrients from there. And that's like perfect, I guess, for working out as well. So there's that. to get your daily intake of veggies, I guess, but in like liquid form pretty much. So but yeah, so winter is like, I guess you can say it is my favorite season for the most part, because winter is something for me I can like handle the best, I guess, like mentally, because in my head I just have to wear a bunch of clothes, right? And I'm like, and I like that feeling of like warming up and stuff like that. I just don't like the rain. It's like wet and just you know what I mean? Especially like when you're wearing jeans and the bottom of your jeans get wet, you know what I mean? Like somehow. But when that happens, like, I don't like that feeling. But the days that don't rain and stuff like that, I can really enjoy it. When the sun's out and all that stuff. I get to also wear, like hoodies and stuff like that. Like a lot of my favorite clothes, you know what I mean? Like and some cool jackets or whatever I can wear, a beanie and stuff, hats, that, and all that fancy jazz. And it's just, you just get to wear more clothes. That's the thing. And it's that warm, fuzzy feeling I get from wearing like a bunch of clothes, or being in my blanket or whatever. It's such a good feeling. And unlike summer, no matter what you do, you have to like you have to wear less clothes. And even if sometimes you wear less clothes, you still sweat. And then it's just like you just can't do anything about it, and yes, you have to blast the AC or whatever if you have it. Luckily this house has AC, so I can get to blast it, and that's good and all, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just that, it's like no matter what you do, you're always gonna sweat somehow. And the summer nights is like hard to like sleep, a lot of times. So it's like it's like, it's just something I don't like to handle. The heat is just unbearable. Especially in Cali, it's like super dry and all that stuff. When I hit to Vegas, year after year, it's like, oof, get that nasty reminder of how much I hate the dry heat, So that's why I rather have winter. In my opinion, it's just like that warm, fuzzy feeling when you get when you like wear more clothes, or when I'm in bed or something. It just feels so much better. I'm like, I can like bundle up and feel that feeling is just so much better than like trying to not be in a blanket and be in your like pretty much in your boxers or shorts or whatever that you have, and like almost like no shirt. Especially when you're like working out, like your body heat tends to like be warmer overall. So I find it harder to sleep time and time again during summer. So yeah. Anyways, that's not, sorry about me blabbering about winter and summer and stuff like that. But more on real life. I'll just get this out of the way, I guess. So November is the month with a lot of birthdays, for a lot of people. I know a bunch of people who have November birthdays, and I definitely know Endergamma had his birthday this month. I think Todd had his birthday as well, another cohort of this channel who, he has appeared in the past a bunch of times. And also, my friends from school, Andy and Danny, had their birthdays as well. They finally turned, my age. And Danny, well, we celebrated Danny's birthday because it was actually his birthday. It was on a Saturday. And Andy's just like, is like 5 days earlier, so we kind of had a belated birthday celebration for him, pretty much. I got him presents and everything. It's like really not much, but it was something like they actually needed, so it kind of worked out. So cool, I'm happy that they're like stoked about it. And basically, I got them like the power banks for their birthday presents, and they were pretty much stoked because like they were on their phones a lot of times, and especially Andy, he's like a phone enthusiast, right? And so I'm actually surprised that they've never thought about getting their own power banks, but hey, me getting them that for their presents kind of worked out. But yeah, being Danny's actual birthday, we went to Olive Garden and had never-ending pasta. That's what he wanted, so I was like, all right, we're going there. But it's all right, you know. We get to hang out and stuff. It's all good in the hood, and I don't really mind. I'm not really super picky about it, so I'm just like enjoying it for what it is, and we're all together and just having a good time. And after that, right before we were about to head out, you know, we told the staff that it was Danny's birthday, and they did the whole birthday song thing, and he was definitely having the best of it, right? So I think I even have a video, so hopefully I can add the video in later, but we'll see.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Danny. Happy birthday to you. Thank you.
Please
Don't
tap.
blow it into the plastic. That is the funniest fucking thing that Danny was just by himself.
Everyone cleared out. Clear out.
That's so funny.
But anyway, yeah, he's finally my age as well, but I'm gonna be soon turning the big 3-0. For those who don't know already, so it's like, man, life is definitely been interesting for the last couple of years, but I'm finally getting to that point. You know what I mean? So we'll see how I feel from that point on. You know, let's see how my workouts like get affected, but we'll see. Anyways, so after Olive Garden, we went bowling and had a pretty good time on that. I'm surprised that Danny bought all of us 3 games for bowling. I'm like, whoa, man, that's like, thanks, but that's like a whole bunch, you know, like our forearms have been getting a good workout, and like, it's so weird, it was just so funny because the bowling alley we went to, apparently if you buy a big package or whatever, it comes with like two cheese pizzas for some reason, and we were like super full by that time because we had the never-ending pasta. So it was just like so funny how it all like kind of happened. I still had I still had a slice, and it was all right. You know, it's nothing bad or nothing to like be mind blown about or anything like that. It's just your standard cheese pizza, and you know, that's the end of it. I took like a good 3 slices for leftovers, you know, and I had that for lunch, so that was all right. You know, I'm not gonna complain too much, so that's like free lunch for me, because no one else really wanted pizza because everyone else was like really full, so I don't blame him at all. But anywho, I didn't, man, I was kind of disappointed with myself in bowling. Like I think the last time I did bowling, I did really well. So like this performance was like kind of bad because like, I don't know, man. Like I kept throwing it to like either to the left or right side, man. And it was just like, I was so inconsistent. I think I was like just not mentally ready for some reason. Even though I already knew that we were gonna have bowling, so I'm like, you know, I don't know. I was just disappointed with myself is all. Anywho. What else? I mean, I pretty much, I think that's like the gist of things when it came to the birthday celebration for Danny. But for more on real life stuff, hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. But that was like the biggest real life thing, for me anyway, which was Danny's birthday. So a bunch of movies came out. We watched a whole bunch. I think The Lighthouse was one of them. I know one of the big ones was Terminator Dark Fate. I did my review on it, and it was alright. I mean, it was not bad. It was a lot better than I expected, but I understand that people have very strong feelings towards it in a rather like negative way because of what they did with certain characters that were like very important in the mythos, right? But for me, for some reason, it doesn't really bother me a whole lot because of like what the actor has been going through and stuff. I'm not gonna mention who, but you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so it didn't really bother me, and it was just nice to see Arnold and Linda Hamilton again, together in one movie again, and it was just really cool. I think the whole look that Linda Hamilton has, she was able to rock that that old look, and still be a badass and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Arnold, like the idea that they threw around him, like. It was really funny. It was like really good for what it was or for what it's worth, and I liked it. I liked the overall movie. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. Despite the what do you call the pandering that's possibly there, but I don't know. It never like occurred to me. When it came to those sort of vibes, it didn't bother me at all. So I was able to enjoy the movie. So, but I kind of understand where people where are they coming from. So, that's that. I mean, that's Terminator Dark Fate. We'll see what they'll do with it. That's if they don't come out with any more, I'm fine with it. If they do come out with more, I'll probably check them out. More likely, so because it's Terminator. I do like Terminator movies, although I haven't watched a couple of them. I haven't seen Genesis. I think there was one more if I'm not crazy, but because it was Salvation. I watched Salvation, that was okay. Genesis I did not watch because they've already revealed the big spoiler in the trailer, so I'm like, ugh, god. I think there was one more, but anyway, despite that, Dark Fate is supposed to reset the timeline anyway, after Terminator 2, I guess. But anywho, I think there was one more movie. I mean, oh yeah, so we watched Ford versus Ferrari. That was another big one that we were kind of anticipating with Matt Damon and Christian Bale, and I did my review on that as well. And that one was very enjoyable as well. More on the drama side of things. It's like a one of those movies that's based around a true event, and it was a fun watch. It was definitely a fun watch. It was very interesting to see what the insights were when it came to like building cars and racing them, and the competition between the two companies and stuff like that. I think it was a good film. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope it wins at least some of the Academy Awards anyways that will come around eventually. So I think it's one of those like Oscar bait sort of movies, especially with Christian Bale being I think he'll be nominated at least for Best Supporting Actor. I don't know if Matt Damon will be nominated for Best Actor for that performance. We'll see. We'll definitely see about that. But at least I hope it wins something out of the Academy Awards. But anyway, Ford vs. Ferrari, pretty good movie. I think there were probably a couple more movies in November that I saw, but let me just check my AMC just to see what I watched. But alright, so it turns out that Lighthouse was right at the end of October, so can you blame me for that? I'm sorry about that. What else did I watch in real life? Or not, what else happened in real life? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't see it right now, but I have a pretty new setup for my desk. I had a new desk come in and pretty much replaced my old one. That thing had at least 10 years under its belt. It kind of cracked when I trying to like move it to the side a little bit to make room for more stuff. So it was still, you know, standing surprisingly, but I feel like, you know, one major earthquake that could possibly happen, that could have done it. You know what I mean? So that could be literally the straw that breaks the camel's back. So, you know, being a very old desk, and I kind of wanted to, like, kind of make some changes for my room, for at least for this side of the room anyway. I had to replace the desk with something else. This desk is like a lot simpler. It's a lot more, you know, a lot more modern. A lot less wood, I guess. That's like, you know, obvious, but it's like it's what do you call it? It's like false wood, and it has like a carbon fiber sort of paint, and that's pretty much like, you know, the gist of it. It's got, you know, it's very simple, and it's gamer oriented, so it's kind of has like a lot of spots where you can like hang stuff. It's pretty cool. I do like it overall. You know, I had to get used to it, being this different. You know what I mean? It's just, there's more space to it. So hopefully I can like fix the things that are around it, like my blind, you know, the blinds for my windows. So yeah, that, you know, I'm pretty happy with the desk overall. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm pretty stoked about that, and I'm just happy with it. That's all I can say. I'll definitely show a picture at least, so that you guys can get a picture of like what was before and what was after. I think, and also right after that, I also just like decided to get a new sound system for my computers. It was I thought it was like bulky, and thought it was time to swap it out for something new. So I got myself some speakers from Logitech. It's got the subwoofer and stuff, and it's like THX certified. It's one of those speakers or sound systems, so it's got some real nice bass to it, and some just some rich sounds. I did kind of regret it, because there was something that's supposedly better than that, and it's like around the similar price point, and it starts with a K. It's like Kipesh or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'll throw a picture somewhere. Hopefully I don't forget. But anyway, it's like very similar as to, you know, there's like, you know, two little speakers, and then the one big subwoofer. So that's like pretty much, you know, the setup. But even with Logitech, I'm pretty happy with it. It's still like better than what I had before. So just gotta see it that way for now. But once, like, you know, I'm kind of done with this system, I can like swap it out. It's like really easy. It's a lot less space, let's just say, you know, a lot less bulky, because like the speakers I had were like, it was like those, I think those were also 10 plus years ago, so that was a nice time to swap them out as well. It did its purpose. It served me well over the years. It's just, it even had like that old iPod charger on there, man. It's just, I thought that was like kind of funny. Just every time I look at that charger, I'm like, man, I can't use that because it's so old. You know, I would have to get some sort of like converter for it, but it's like, why would I do that when I can just like plug into a USB wall outlet and just charge it from there? It's just like no real necessary, you know, sort of situation for it, I guess. There's no situation to call for it. So yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much it for, I think, for the real life stuff. Like me getting new stuff and people's birthdays and stuff like that. And I also got amiibos for myself, and I totally forgot that I ordered them. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta pick these up from Best Buy. So there's that. And it's the amiibos for Incineroar, Belmont, Simon Belmont from Castlevania, and then if I can remember correctly, Chrom from Fire Emblem. So I did get those. I'm gonna try to do a unboxing / review video for them, but I've been so busy with stuff it's not even funny. So there's a lot had happened in November, let's just say. But anyway, that's it on that portion. The games I got Pokemon. That's like the biggest one I was like anticipating for. I didn't really get anything else. I don't think. I guess I did get myself Outer Worlds, but I think that was like right at the end of October. But the big game for November that I got was Pokemon. I was actually anticipating to get myself more games, but I really didn't, honestly. And I'm okay with that for right now. I'll probably catch up to them in a bit, but we'll see. I'm finished with Pokemon, so I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm working on a review for it, and you'll like see more detail on how I feel about it. But in short word, I enjoyed it. So that's all I'm gonna say for that. But I'm just happy that it's on console, man, and it's really cool just to see it being played on the console. You can play on handheld as well, so it's like it just only makes sense. It's such a perfect game for the Nintendo Switch. So now it's a game that I've been waiting for so long, and it's now it's out. The time has come, or has passed, I should say. And I'm just happy that the wait is long over, and I'm happy for Pokemon as is right now. There's still room for improvement, of course, and we can only hope. Even if it's baby steps, things should only get better. I don't think they'll do that for their franchise. I don't think. I hope so. But we'll never know until we see that. Until we see it happen, so... But I really can't wait for other games now that Pokemon is out for the Switch. There's just other stuff that now I'm waiting for, but yeah, I think that's really it for the games. I'm actually surprised I only got one game, out of the list anyway, because like Death Stranding I was considering getting, but I just never got around to buying it. I'll probably get it in like December or something like that if there's like really nothing else for me to play. Cause, I think no. I almost segued into it, but we gotta talk about what we did for November for the channel anyway. So right at the beginning of November, I released an episode of We Have Fun. Managed to fit one in there for the month. I still got some footage left. I still have the bowling footage from Evo, and then I also have some Gang Beasts in there, which is not technically We Have Fun, but it's like the same sort of concept, except it's with Gang Beast, and I play that with the same group anyway, so I'll try to fit that in there somehow, either in December or maybe in January or something like that. But I still have one more We Have Fun footage, to say the least, for December. Hopefully I can get that going. Shouldn't take too long, since that those videos don't have too many edits going on. But anyway, also we had a couple more podcasts come out. That's still going, and we just recorded the 99th episode, so we'll get that going. And I think I'm gonna do something a little different with this. This will probably have a two-parter, which is a little new. So technically we'll have episode 99 part 1 and maybe episode 99 part 2 or something like that, or I'll just call it like episode 99.5 or something like that. We'll see. We'll see about that. It just depends on if I can get my schedule lined up with certain people. So hopefully we can get that going. But we have an episode no less, so that's it's not too big of a deal if we don't get that part recorded. So we also released some videos for Pokemon, of course, having that game coming out. I had my thoughts about that. Even before the review and stuff, I kind of wanted to just express those videos or my thoughts about the video game, and as I was playing it. So, because I'm a big fan of Pokemon, And I mean, anyway, so I had videos surrounding that. I think that's pretty much it. Other than the reviews I already mentioned for the movies, Ford vs Ferrari, and Terminator. I also had some videos for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and also the Outer Worlds first impressions that I finally got around to. I like the game. I think I'll go back to that one, honestly. I don't know. We'll see about that one. It was a pretty fun game thus far, and I do want to keep using my PC and stuff in some way or another. So we'll see about how what we'll do with that. Since I think I still have the 1 month trial thing under my belt, so gotta get around to it eventually. But anywho, I think that's pretty much all I did for the channels for November. So when it comes to what we're gonna do for December, we didn't get the review for a certain anime out for November. There's just a lot of things on my plate, so I'm trying to get this review done for Pokemon, and I'm getting there. It's gonna be done no matter what for November. Or actually, it's gonna be like right at the cusp of November/December. So around those times, let's just say. That's a better estimation. But I'll definitely get that done pronto. December though, like that's the month of catching up on things. But I do want to get that review done. Like I had a script and stuff. I still want to like talk about it. I still have like that motivation to make it. But there is gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna be dealing with for December, and it's kind of work related. It's like on the side. I'm helping out someone with a project. I think, anyway, that I'm assuming that person wants to still continue that project, so I'm gonna help them out with that one, I believe. So if that's the case, I'm gonna be pretty busy, but I'll try to do my best to kind of like fit in that review along with me helping out, that person and with their project. So. But I'll do my best to continue with the channel, of course. And oh boy, there've been some changes again for YouTube that I don't know how I feel about that. But despite that, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to do my thing, and as always, and keep this channel going, man. That's all that counts for me. As long as I can, have like an outlet of my need to create something. And post it and have people see it. I'm so cool with it. It's just I don't know what changes will affect myself and everyone else that has that same sort of drive. So we'll definitely have to wait and see. And but yeah, man, December is dead when it comes to like games. It's like really nothing else happening, so that's good because I don't have to buy anything. I can just like buy anything new, let's just say, but I can just like pick up a couple more games and maybe catch up on those or something like that if I feel like it. But there are games I do want to catch up that I still have in my library that I haven't finished, so I'll try to fit in some like Indivisible. I have not played that game at all yet. Back in October, I think, or September. And my goodness, I'm gonna like beating myself for that one. Ugh, I do want to play it down the road, and I haven't even touched the new BB tag as of yet with like Blitztank and all that. So I want to check that out eventually. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for what we have in store for December. There's like no real plans for December other than catching up on things, and I'll probably start doing like my top 10 games or whatever, since I don't really have anything else in store other than the anime review. And it could be a start for anime reviews that I kind of want to do, but we'll see how this one turns out for me. Yeah, but when it comes to movies though, oh yeah, there's one movie that I've been anticipating, and that's That is Star Wars, man. That's gonna be a big one. We can definitely count that. Danny's gonna talk about it with me, with Star Wars, and oh boy, I think I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. I'm just gonna watch it and we'll see. That's all I'm gonna try to think about. There've been some mixed feelings amongst the I don't know if it's the whole fan base, but there's been just mixed feelings just amongst people in general about Star Wars. So, it's gotta wait till the movie is out and go see it. We'll definitely talk about it. I think eventually though, I do want to kind of get together with Danny and kind of try to come up with like our own like top 10 movies that we saw for the year or something like that. But hopefully that'll work out. We'll see. But anyways, that's definitely much it for the update for the channel for December and a look back on November. Hope you guys enjoyed it and me mumbling about and rambling about stuff that happened to me and stuff. There is still, there is one thing I do want to talk about to wrap things up. For reals, sorry about that. It's kind of important. So I talked about this on the podcast, and I think if either of these videos come out first, you'll know either way. The important announcement I do want to make is that Loot Crate is no longer a partner of ours for the channel, unfortunately. But Loot Crate has gone through some bumps in the road, and so I kind of anticipated something was going to happen with that. So I kind of saw it coming, and I'm not too upset about that. But it is what it is. It was something that I got to be a part of, and it was like pretty cool. It was fun while it lasted. There were some opportunities that I was able to be a part of as an influencer, so it was pretty cool. I'm gonna say, I'm very grateful for that, to be given this opportunity. So I would like to wish the best of luck to Loot Crate and its people that within the company, and of course like to thank everyone who who clicked on the link and all that stuff. It was the way to support the channel, or one way to support the channel, excuse me, and that was it. I'll probably make a separate video about it. I'll probably talk a little more about it, but there's really not much else to it. There's no drama around it. It's just nothing lasts forever, and it was still a bit of a surprise that it happened now, but then again, it's like, with all the things that happened to Loot Crate, it's no real surprise, because I think like a lot of people that even the bigger YouTubers like don't really like talk about it anymore, or to like plug it in as much. So that's also a sign, like, okay, maybe Loot Crate is like definitely like seeing or going through those times. So but anyways, this is definitely it for the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and continuing to support the channel as always. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, comment, subscribe, the drill, and don't forget to hit the bell if you haven't already, and hit the notification to all, so all the new videos when they come out on this channel. I will continue to do my best to put out more content for the channel, especially in December. It might be a little busy for me when it comes to some side work and stuff like that. Doing some freelance stuff for a certain someone. So anyways, but yeah, again, that's pretty much it, and thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in December. Sean out.